Hi everyone, it's Miss Hamlet here in partnership with the Division of Multilingual Learners, and I'm here to guide you through the independent work for Unit 4 Protecting Earth's Resources, Day 21 assignment. So here is the focus question. What is land contamination? Here is a lesson objective that your teacher has already gone over with you. I can describe how human activity can contaminate land. Here's your language objective. I can tell, write or type, or use pictures to show how human activity can contaminate land. So let's think before we read. Step 1. You're going to copy this chart into a notebook or into a docs where you can write your answers. Then you are going to look at this picture. You will write down what you see, what you think, and what you wonder about this picture into your chart. You can use these sentence starters to start your answers. I see, I think, and I wonder. You can pause the video now to complete this activity. Once you are finished, you can press play to move on to the next part. Before we read, let's look at some of the target words we're going to see in the text today. Contamination. Contamination means when something has chemicals and becomes unsafe to use. Biodegradable. This is when a substance can be put into the ground and then eventually broken down and become nutrients for the plants or anything growing in that soil. Landfill. This is a place where waste is buried under the earth. And layer. This is when you have several parts that go on top of each other. So let's look at the focus sounds of some of the words we're going to read today. These are words with the short A sound. Plastic, landfill, contaminated, sand, gravel, trash, land, can, and after. I will read the text out loud to you. You will read along with me as I read. Then you will pause the video to quietly read this to yourself, and then you will answer the question in this box. A good landfill uses technology. A landfill must be properly built to prevent contaminated land. First of all, where the landfill is placed is really important. Landfills should never be located near water that can flood. Landfills must also be carefully constructed so they don't leak waste materials. To build a solid landfill, construction workers dig a large hole and place thick layers of clay on the bottom. Thick plastic covers the clay. The clay and plastic liner will prevent materials from the garbage from leaking into the soil around the landfill. What makes a landfill that is safe for the environment? You can pause the video now to quietly read this part of the text to yourself and then answer this question. When you are finished, you can press play to continue the video. What makes a landfill that is safe for the environment? A landfill can be safe for the environment if you can continue your answer this way. It has layers with plastic liners so that the waste does not leak into the soil around it. At the bottom of the plastic liner, pipes collect liquids released by garbage as it breaks down. The collected liquid moves through the pipes to a wastewater treatment plant where it is cleaned. On top of the pipes is a layer of sand and gravel. The liquids filter through these materials before entering the pipes. How does the layer of sand and gravel help to keep the landfill from contaminating the soil? You can pause the video now to reread this part of the text to yourself, and you may press play when you are finished to answer this question. How does the layer of sand and gravel help to keep the landfill from contaminating the soil? The sand and gravel, you can continue your answer this way. The sand and gravel help filter out the garbage as it passes through the layers. Good landfills can become green space again. When the landfill is securely built, garbage trucks dump the trash they collect into it. The trash is spread out in a layer. A layer of soil is spread on top of the layer of trash. The layers continue to pile up until the landfill is full. It can take about 50 years for a landfill to become full. After the landfill is filled, it is covered with layers of soil and left alone. After several years, the land can be used for trails and parks. What happens to a landfill after it is filled? You can pause the video now to reread this section of the text by yourself, and then you can press play when you are ready to continue and answer this question. What happens to a landfill after it is filled? Your answer can start this way. After a landfill is filled, a new layer of soil is placed on it, and it is left alone for many years. Putting trash into property-built landfills prevents land from becoming contaminated with the waste products that are breaking down from the garbage that settles there. People walking on this trail may never guess that layers of trash are safely buried under the soil. So what happens to landfills after years of the new layer of soil? You can stop the text here. You can stop the video here to reread this part of the text on your own, and then you may press play when you are finished to answer this question. What happens to landfills after years of the new layer of soil? After years of the new layer of soil, landfills can be turned into trails and parks. Now you can fill out this chart that your teacher has already provided for you in the slides. Or you can finish by completing one of these exit slips. The question you must answer is, how does human activity impact land contamination? Remember to use words, pictures, or sentence starters to complete your response. Use evidence from the text. You must choose one of the options below. If you're choosing option 1, you must add pictures, words from the word bank, and videos to complete your response. For option 2, you can write, "Today I learned," and then continue your answer with one of these sentence starters. Land contamination is, one way we can reduce land contamination is, another way we can reduce land contamination is, and for both responses, you can use words from the word bank such as contamination, biodegradable, landfill, recycling, layers, and soil. Once you are finished, you may submit your work to your teacher. I hope to see you in the next video, everyone. Bye-bye.